Let's talk about the effects of sexless marriages. Last time in this video, I talked about the causes of sexless marriages, and I also talked about how you can fix it. So today we are going to be talking about the effects of a sexless marriage to both women and men. Hello, I am Queen Heavens. Welcome back to my vlogs. Thanks for subscribing. Those that have subscribed and those that have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? And those that don't know me, I am a relationship advisor. I talk to couples that are married and those just in relationships and those that want to join the relationship world. I advise them on how to avoid the nitty-gritties that would maybe cause a breakup in their relationship or even make their marriages break up. So if you're here, you're in the right place. Sexless marriages and affairs are common, and most of the times marriages obviously fall out because of intimacy that has gone to zero, that has gone to nil. Let's talk about how it has affected the men first before we go to the women. This time around, men first. A marriage without sex to a man, husbands most of the times lose interest in the chores and the children. They lose interest in the way they look at the children. They lose interest on whatever they've been doing at home, you understand, in the house, chores or responsibilities. This man will stop also taking activities that he used to do before. Like, take for example, he used to play with the children, buying them gifts, going for shopping, taking them out, doing a lot of different stuffs. This man will start delaying to do that, and he will start finding excuses. He will start complaining and saying, I am tired today, I won't be able to do that. He starts forwarding the programs because he actually lost the vibe, he lost the interest. He stops providing or actually delaying in providing the house requirements. He will stop helping his wife in his house chores. For example, if your man or your husband used to cook on Sundays, basically maybe help you when you're washing the clothes or washing the plates, he's going to stop doing that, and he'll find excuses on why he's not doing that, but he will not actually tell you the real reason why he's not doing that. And you find that such men also, their behaviors that are very harsh to the children, out of the blue you'll start saying that this man is complaining, shouting at the kids without any reason, without any serious reason. And this is also going to end up getting to the wife, because if the wife tries to get involved or to stop him from what he's doing to the children, this man will instead put all the anger to the woman. And then you realize that such families actually have a lot of sadness and stress because of just a very small thing, which is sex. Because the wife, because of the behavior of the husband, the wife is also going to start feeling like this husband is a bad one, he's not doing right, he's not fulfilling what he's supposed to be fulfilling, and therefore this woman will also start suspecting his husband to be cheating on her husband from to be cheating on her, and you realize that most of the things will be messed up in a home just because of the man's behavior. And just because of a small thing, which is sex. In most cases, a sexless marriage to a man could mean a decline in overall health because he does not get to experience the physical satisfaction of his body and the intimacy. He could get several diseases like heart diseases, slowness in the brain, the body starts getting weak and painful, low blood circulation. And if a man wants sex and he's not getting it, he starts getting very depressed, very stressful, and very stressed himself for not having enough sex. And therefore this also decreases on his libido. It also decreases on the rise, like on his erectile issues. He can't erect the same way he used to erect before because of the decline in the many times he used to have sex. He starts getting weaker. His manhood starts getting weaker. Still, a sexless marriage to a man could bring about thoughts of divorce, because a lack of intimacy to men, mostly in Africa, because it's where I'm coming from, it could either bring about thoughts of divorce. It is very common that men that are married have been married to their wives for quite a long time, like maybe talk about 10 to more years. If there is no intimacy and a man is getting to the age of 40 or 50, he starts looking for fulfillment elsewhere. Because if he starts feeling himself that he's growing a little bit older, and his wife is not seeing him as attractive anymore. Men want to be complimented, men want to be appreciated, men want to be risen up, like praised. And if the wife is not doing that anymore, he's going to start looking for assurance and fulfillment from elsewhere. And that is when you find that most men start cheating. They start cheating, they will go and look for a younger girl, and they will use money and their wealth to make this girl appreciate them, praise them, fulfill them, and at the end, they'll end up having intercourse with those young girls. Now, let's get to the side of the women. The negative effects of a woman who has suffered sexlessness could include loneliness. When a woman gets lonely, my dear man or friend, you will not like it. Because when a woman starts getting lonely and starts feeling like she's not present anymore in the house or in your life, she starts feeling bored. That is when you experience the real woman character. Because she's going to do very, very many things that are going to actually distract you from the whole program that you have. She will start looking for your attention by force. She will start looking for your care by force. That is when you will see this woman actually trying to call you for different useless reasons. She cannot explain. Women are so funny to an extent that they can't explain, okay, this is how we are because of our feminine nature. We find it so hard to explain to a man that I am suffering sexually or I'm missing sex. So we will use our feminine character to actually demand for it without talking the word. So you realize that this woman will start distracting you out of your work. She'll start calling you, maybe you are at work, without any reason, and she'll just give useless reasons why she's calling you. And if you don't pick up, then that is when you realize she's actually the beast that you married. Because she will start acting very weird, and you'll start asking yourself, what is wrong with this woman? And she will actually push you to the wall to an extent that you feel like you want to divorce her. Because she's going to blame, she will not explain the real reason, but she's going to keep blaming it on different things. She starts feeling insecure. She starts actually talking about the way the boss is not good, the way her friends are not good, the way the job is not good, the way the food we cooked wasn't right, the way the maid is not doing the right thing. She'll keep putting the blame on the people around her or the things around her. And she'll start feeling like she's not reaching her goals. Out of the blue, she has worked for 10 years, but she'll start telling you, I don't know why this deal is not going on, I'm so frustrated, I'm so stressed with this kind of thing. She's actually very unclear. She just feels like she's rejected. She felt she doesn't have any esteem for herself. She just feels like maybe there is a girl out there that you're giving attention to. She will start asking you for the impossibilities that she well knows that you can't actually give her. She will start remembering all the things that really happened in the past and start saying, how I wish. She starts feeling like the man she married actually is not the right man for her. She starts admiring and comparing herself to other people in other different relationships. And she feels like in the place that where she is not the right place. She starts complaining and saying, how I wish. Her personality actually changes from the real normal personality that she's been having. She stops caring about herself. Like basically if it's a woman who's been waking up to do a lot of work or to focus on her businesses and do what, she'll start feeling that she's fed up of work. And if it's the kind of woman who has actually been taking care of her body and her skin, she'll start feeling like she's very frustrated. She doesn't want to do that anymore. She'll start feeling like it's not helping anyway. What is she looking beautiful for? When you realize that a woman is always talking about the way she's less attractive to you, the way you don't shower her with love anymore, the way you're acting very different, she starts accusing you for cheating, she starts accusing you for taking long to come back home, yet you've been doing that actually for the last 10 days and she hasn't been saying anything. The way she'll start looking forward to trusting you and following you everywhere you want to go, and she'll start saying, no, you're not going anywhere. She'll start ruling you and making you very uncomfortable. She won't leave you in peace. Most women do not know how to express the real problem and say, I am sexless, I am suffering from sexlessness. Actually, sometimes she also doesn't realize it, that it is the reason as to why everything is messed up in the house, or her brain is messed up, or her body is not functioning well, or she's not thinking straight. She doesn't actually realize that. So you realize that this woman is going to start getting angry, very bitter at each and everything. And then you ask yourself, what have I done? Even when you tell her something very nice and simple, she'll be very bitter. When you make a very simple mistake, she'll be very bitter and angry. And she'll start shouting. She'll start blaming you for not doing everything right. She'll start blaming you for not loving her. She'll start complaining, you don't love me anymore, you don't love me, you don't love me, and it will become the issue of the day. Maybe you're cheating on me, maybe you're doing this and that, out of the blue. These women are so funny that when they start acting this weird, there is nothing that you can do that can change their way of feeling. They will become so wild, and you will not actually have any solution for it except when you give them exactly what they're demanding for. So when you see that kind of woman who, when you come back home, she's always angry, always complaining, always blaming you for things that you actually don't have a clue about, just know the problem is sexlessness. Those kinds of women who are sexless actually also act very funny in a way that you will realize she'll out of the blue start crying, and if you ask her what's wrong, she will not give you the reason as to why she's crying. She will be angry and sad out of the blue, but if you ask her what the problem, she'll not explain to you because she actually also doesn't know the problem. She's just being angry, but she doesn't know. She just doesn't feel fine. She just feels like she's not in the right place. She just feels like things are not moving the way she wants them to be moving. She just feels like some people are not good to her. She just feels like she's not beautiful enough. She just feels like she's so insecure. Maybe you're cheating on her. She doesn't feel you anymore. Those are the reasons she will be giving if she does help you to give them. But most of the times they just keep quiet and they actually say nothing. Nothing. So according to the doctors, they say sex actually bonds a relationship. There is a way it bonds a relationship, because fine, I understand if people are so busy in their busy schedules or working and doing whatever, but at the end of the day, that is not going to build up the relationship. If you're two couples that are actually looking at how do we fulfill this program, how do we fulfill this deal, how do we build this house, how do we take our kids to the best schools, you concentrate more on the needs of the children, concentrate more on the needs of your financial needs, and then you forget your own health and your own happiness. It is of a very bad advice for a couple to both be obsessed. I don't know how to call it, but I don't know how to call it, like go-getters, business oriented, like focused on one thing, and that is money. Because if both of you are that kind of people that are really working so hard to get money, you realize that when both of you come back home, the only thing you're doing or thinking about is to hit the bed and sleep off until morning. Then before you realize it, you have spent 2 months without going intimate. And this is going to affect your mental and physical health. It affects literally everything. That's when you realize that your body has started getting X and you don't know why you're getting X. You realize that you have started feeling very tired and exhausted at work. You don't know why you're feeling tired and exhausted. You realize that you don't function anymore, like you're not thinking straight anymore at work. You don't know why you're doing all that. You are missing out on something that was naturally put in you by God. So try to practice. I know it's not easy for a couple to keep doing this or 10 times a day, but you can. Sex is not about having 10 rounds. It's not about having longer, like 1 hour or 20 hours. I don't know what that is called, but at least you can have it like 4 minutes. You can have a quickie. They call them quickies. I don't know. You can make it a short call. You don't have to make it really long every day. You don't have to go 5 rounds a day. You don't have to go, and you don't have to make a program for it. You don't have to be like, today we're doing it and tomorrow you're not doing it. Because at the end of the day, it's for your own advantage. It's for your own good health. It's for the happiness of a home. Because most of the times, instead of building up the home, because of all the work that you have done and all the time you have wasted in investing in this family of yours, you end up breaking up. Because things like cheating are going to come up. So many men are going out there and they start branching off and he comes from work and branches off the road to go and meet a sexy little girl, and then come back home frustrated and tired, looking at the wife as a wasted soul, forgetting the wife that she also needs what he's looking for. They just need to work upon it and solve and fix the problem. You can watch my video of the causes of a sexless marriage and also how to fix it. It's going to be of a good advantage. I talked about a few points on how you can fix this issue of a sexless marriage, and basically hope you enjoy and hope you like them. And do not forget to watch my other videos of how to keep the sparkle in the relationship burning, the love spark in the relationship. That video is very good for you. If you actually watch it, it's going to be of a good advantage to you. Don't forget to also subscribe on the channel if you have forgotten to subscribe at the beginning, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on my Instagram. If you want to ask any kind of question, you're free to ask me on Instagram, or if you want to comment about this video, you can always comment down below in the comment section. Let's enjoy the love life together. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Peace.